Are you ready? First and foremost, good morning, national officers, past national commanders, members of the NEC, and guests. In case you haven't heard, this city is hosting a race in a couple of weeks. Just as the Indianapolis 500 is often called the greatest spectacle in racing, in recent years, it has included the greatest veterans organization in America. And that, family, is us, the American Legion. But yes, come on, give it up. But as I've said many times before, the American Legion doesn't just sponsor a car because we are race fans. Rather, we do it because we are fans of veterans. We do it because we want to change lives and save lives. We do it because we have a mission. Yes, a mission that is relevant and has purpose. And what is that mission, family? It's this. You understand what I mean when we do this. One. Be the one, as in saving one at a time. You know, as a result of Alex Palou's victory at the Indy Grand Prix last year, his image, but more importantly, the mission of our family, that is the American Legion, will be featured on the Grand Prix tickets along with airport and escalator signage. Tens of thousands of more spectators will see that life-changing and life-saving message of Be the One. A message. If we would have done it through regular TV commercials and or ads, would have easily eclipsed, and I want you to write this down, it would have eclipsed $82 million. Understand that. I had people that were in arms because of racing. This is what the 24th century was getting at. We want our name known. We want our mission known. And the good Lord has blessed us through this avenue as we continue to be, yes, wise stewards of our precious resources, and yet again making our name known as we embrace and proclaim our mission, saving veterans' lives. Yes. Family, I'm also excited about the relationship that the American Legion struck up with Columbia University. Now, family, aside from the current political protests that's going on, I hope you don't have to be an historian to know how valuable Columbia was decades ago in establishing links between Agent Orange and numerous deadly diseases. Links that now have become laws that have changed and saved lives. That's why we have joined with Columbia University again to help with our Be the One mission. Columbia experts are providing online training to those who want to learn more about interacting with and responding to veterans in crisis. These sessions are available by Zoom, with the next two scheduled for May 16th and May 30th. I'll say it again, May 16th and May 30th. Just go to betheone.org to register. The sessions are only 90 minutes and very worthwhile. It's the type of information that has and will save lives. Now, more than one person has told me that they don't feel qualified to counsel a veteran in crisis. You see, friends, this training is not to make you some mental health expert or a Legion of the Year counselor. Rather, this training gives you the opportunity to learn from the experts and be aware, to also be a good resource. You know, as a pastor, I can tell you the most important attribute to have as a counselor is the ability to listen. So whether you know the various signs of suicide or have no idea about your attributes, much less you can spell it, all of us should know what resources are available. This we can control, right? For all of our Be the One resources are available for download on our Be the One website. And toolkits, which I see are on your desks in front of you, those too will also be widely distributed. You see, family, Be the One doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it all by yourself. It's really a family effort. For you, brothers and sisters, are in leadership positions for a reason. Do you believe that? I know I do. And you must take then this message back. You need to take it back. This isn't a command, but this is from the heart. Your words, just think about that. Your words could mean the difference between life or death. And so let's continue then to make our voices heard. Heard on this because every veteran's life is valuable. That's what we are saying when we engage then in our buddy checks. And I know I can get an amen on that. We can have a major impact on suicide prevention because this is a room where things happen. Take it in. I want to remind you, it wasn't that long ago, but 10 years goes like this, right? But 10 years ago, this very month, the Department of Veterans Affairs faced an existential crisis. Back in 2014, Phoenix VA Medical Center and dozens of other VA centers across the country were embroiled in scandals over secret waiting lists, manipulated record keeping, and other areas of malfeasance. Remember that? And National Commander Dillinger, backed by the NEC, demanded the resignations of top VA officials, including the secretary. Town halls, congressional hearings, and a media blitz followed. Leaders resigned. But more importantly, reform came. We have achieved legislative victories regarding the Mission Act, appeals moderation, and of course the PACT Act, just to name a few. In the last decade, VA went from a system worth saving to a system worth celebrating. A recent survey revealed that 91.8% of VA outpatients trusted the quality of care that they received. Even in my travels, and I'm thinking I'm about at 44 states, not including the foreign, and counting, the veterans that I have visited face to face all stated that the care was outstanding. Outstanding. And I don't think they would lie to a pastor, all right? Now, VA is far from perfect, but they are light years ahead of where they were back in 2014. And still, I challenge anyone to find a better overall system. If the American Legion can achieve such fundamental change in the nation's largest healthcare system, just think of all the other great things we can accomplish, like seeing predatory claim sharks prosecuted, electronic records modernized. Man, we've been talking about this for years. Let's get it done. And disabled veterans tax, also known as concurrent receipt, abolished. I am proud that the American Legion changes lives and saves lives every single day. But we can change and save even more lives if we have even more members. Now, obviously, our membership base is not as large as it was, again, back in 2014, but neither is the overall veteran population. However, let's not make that an excuse. but rather motivation, that passion. Yes, I had fun with it, that eye of the tiger kind of thing. You know, that desire to help our military, our veterans and their families, and yes, even America. America. So why join? You hear that question, don't you? Why should I join? Well, Legionnaires are answering that question, or should I say, doing an awesome job on communicating that why. Remember the importance of purpose and relevance? If I was visiting your department, you heard me say that. Purpose and relevance. We're here to change and save lives. We're not just some kind of social club. My NEC brothers and sisters, you're not just here to occupy a seat or to get some kind of per diem. We're here to make a difference between life and death. We will be the most trained veterans organization in suicide prevention. We will. And why is that? Not solely because we are leaders, but because we want veterans to live. What a message. What a message. What a message of purpose and relevance. This is where it's at. This is why people would say, I want to be on that team. I want to be a part of that family. That's why more and more posts are not only embracing, but actually conducting their own buddy checks. And frankly, it's working. People out there are extremely excited about membership again. You know about it, don't you? We are dang close to doing something we haven't done in years. With more and more family members, we can continue to celebrate each year then that through our membership, why? But through our membership, get this, nearly 2,500 teens learn about the U.S. Constitution through our oratorical contests. We need people like this on college campuses, huh? Almost 12,000 young people learn safe marksmanship skills through our junior shooting sports. And nearly 50,000 athletes play American Legion baseball. 50 frickin' thousand, huh? And I saved this one for last because, yes, it's a presidential election year. But it's not just 1,600, but 16,000 young men attend Boys State and Boys Nation. And let's not forget the thousands of young women who attend Girls State and Girls Nation as well. Family, there's no doubt about it. A larger American Legion family can change and save even more lives. So as you can see, our youth programs also can change and save lives, answering that why, showing that purpose and relevance, and yes, emphasizing good citizenship. That is the love of our country, America. And that means studying issues of importance and also voting accordingly. While it's true that the American Legion Constitution calls us to be non-political, that has been widely interpreted in today's language to mean nonpartisan. We can't endorse candidates or political parties, but we sure can meet with them, and we sure can ask their positions on our legislative priorities. At our national conventions, we always invite the two major candidates for President of the United States. Departments often do the same for candidates to their state offices. Just to be fair about it, though, we extend the same opportunities to all the other major candidates, but we should ask them questions like this. Do you know that 22% of military spouses face unemployment? Or like more than 60,000 military service members earn less than $15 per hour in basic pay, or that childcare in military communities is unavailable or unaffordable. So just as I asked Congress just a few months ago, what's your plan? You can ask the same thing. This, my friends, is dealing with the quality of life for our military, something we're also highly uplifting, right? Yes. Another issue of major concern to the American Legion is illegal immigration. Though our National Security Commission is immersed heavily into this subject, this is an area that touches on all four of our pillars. All four. Just think of it. 40% of Border Patrol agents are what? Veterans. I just visited the border down in Eagle Pass, Texas, with National Security Director Marquez. This follows an earlier visit to the border in Arizona by Chairman Schuman. And as a candidate, I was at the border too in Arizona. What I saw, though, in Eagle Pass was both heartbreaking and impressive. Yes, I was impressed by the caliber of men and women serving in Border Patrol, sheriff's departments, and guard units from multiple states. But then seeing scattered shoes in the middle of the desert worn by a child, shoes that were this big, that's infants almost. Muddy backpacks lying in debris and hygiene items in the brush. The morning after pills scattered all over, still in the packs. It looked like a third world country, what I saw. It made me want to vomit. You can't help but picture the hell that some of those families go through in making that dangerous trip in entering our country. If the natural elements weren't bad enough, they were subject then to sexual exploitation. Talking about sick. I had a Legionnaire talk to me about that, where they have bands on their little wrists, and they're different colors. And if it was a pink, that was prime real estate. Think of that, for the highest bidder. But if it was an orange band, you were trash. Drug trafficking and extreme violence by smugglers and cartels. We were at then the border not very long, but we've been told that the physical barriers which this body called for 2 years ago in Resolution 23 have been effective. The Laredo area has one of the lowest levels of illegal crossings on our southern border. During my visit, we uncovered a white X. That marker lying flat on that ground that we just uncovered as we were scanning the area turned out to be then a rendezvous point for drug cartels as they entered our country. Texas is fortunate to have had the support of the National Guard from at least 16 other states. Every state in the country has been impacted financially from those who enter illegally and await processing. This is a national problem which will require bipartisan solutions and bipartisan action by our Congress, President, and governors. These are just some of the issues we would like our office holders and office seekers to address. So please encourage your districts and posts to do what the American Legion does so well, and that is to engage in the process. We have an influential voice, but family, we need to use it. In doing so, let's also use it as we continue then with legion.org/action. Remember that from last time? Embrace it, do it yourselves, and spread that word. We have a little saying that my aide and I always say, you're not done until the good Lord calls you home. Do it. Spread it. Legion.org/action. This is our legislative priorities. This is where it's at. This is our voice. And yes, let's use it, that voice of ours, as we then fill those vacancies with our legislative council members. I'm not going to call the 9 departments by name. This reverend doesn't do that kind of stuff. I'm going to talk to you face to face, but I want them filled within a few weeks. I'll be talking with you, all right? And let's do something that we can also be in control of, and that is to complete those CPRs. We're going to do it 100%. And my vice commanders are grinning from ear to ear because they're saying, oh, let me call you people. But overall, more importantly and most important, let's use our God-given ability to change lives and save lives. For remember, He, and that is our Supreme Commander, brought us into this very room where things happen. In this case, it's about life and service. From my heart to your heart, I love you, thank you, and God continue to bless you and our beautiful American Legion, as well as our God-given country called America. Thank you.